Alrighty, welcome back to Let's Play Xenogears. Hope you had a great week. We had an amazing week this week. It was our 7-year affiliate partner anniversary. It's been 16 years now since I started content creating. But it's been 7 years since we've been an affiliate on Twitch and now a partner on Twitch. And so we've been celebrating all week long, playing classic 4.8 live games, and also we started a playthrough of New Threat 2.0, which has been absolute fire. Everyone's been loving it. But we, of course, need to continue Xenogears. And last time, we had quite the emotional moment with this girl or clone or whatever it is, and Faye having his like visions of either him as a kid or him as a doctor or something, a scientist. And so very curious to see where all that goes. Finally starting to really unlock some memories with Faye. And the villains are definitely starting to take off as well. We still haven't really learned much about the aliens. Other than, we saw some more dialogue from them, but they still have not really interacted with our characters yet. Yo, Nomadic, thank you for the Prime, man. Thank you, thank you. Still trying to learn some new moves with everyone. Why did, Ellie just, like, stayed standing there? I guess because, the guys behind us are dead. Sony's State of Play was yesterday. Usually I like to do a little rundown of the State of Play during the Let's Play. But there really wasn't a lot to talk about. The main big thing, which I don't know if this was their intention, but for sure the biggest thing was the Astrobot game, which is basically a full game of Astrobot, which Astrobot was a tech demo type game that Sony has done for like all of their consoles, and now they're making like an actual game out of it because the tech demos were so good. Is this the right way? I'm not. I thought I remembered going up the stairs, but this doesn't look right. I thought we came from this door before. Hold on one second. Okay, sorry about that. Yeah, so they're making a full game out of what used to be like just their tech demo character, which we are really excited about because we love Astrobot. We played the Astrobot tech demo for PS5 called Astro's Playroom. It was like genuinely our favorite PS5 game for a long time. Like genuinely such an amazing game. So many great PlayStation callbacks and like PlayStation references, which, you know, we're all predominantly Sony fans around here. So, you know, we loved it. And so really cool to see. Okay, yeah, this is right because this is the bridge going out. Really cool to see that they're getting their own big game. It's supposed to be like 80 levels, they're saying. So that's really exciting. And then pretty much the rest of State of Play was like somebody commented on the IGN page and said like more like state of the industry because a lot of the stuff that they announced was like stuff that is just going to be on other consoles anyways, like games that are going to be on PC or other consoles. Like, it wasn't really like Sony. The only like real Sony thing was God of War Ragnarok coming to PC. But there was still some cool stuff, like a couple games that I thought looked cool, but all stuff that's coming like next year anyways, so it's just not anything to get super duper excited about like right at this moment. But yeah, just not, there's definitely no like announcements, you know, like mostly stuff we already knew about, or just new games that are coming like next year. No like big announcements, no PlayStation 6, no PlayStation 5 Pro, no crazy new $600 controller, you know, nothing like that. Which I'm okay with. I would rather them just focus on games for now. I'm very much in the please don't give me another PS5 yet camp. Bishop Stone, wait! Ha, elements. They're not even as good as they say. Can't even buy me some time. Give it back. Question mark. Give it back. Give it back. Oh, the creepy music again. Ha 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 ha. Aha, that is mine. Give it back. What do you want? Who are you? To you, it is just a used-up toy. So give it back. It belongs to me. Who are you? At least give us your name. Names do not matter. What a evil villain thing to say. However, if you insist, id. That's such a villain thing to say. Names do not matter. Why do I feel like this is going to be another auto-lose fight? Huh? Maybe not. God, this song is so good. I love this song. That like background Donkey Kong Country sounding bass. So good. Boing, 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 boing. Oh, I'm out of EP. It's the guy that made Doom. Alright, suddenly I can't hit him. Dude just decided he's not getting hit anymore. Oh, we're all out of EP. Yeah, this was not the ideal way to start this fight. I did not realize how low we were on everything. Just gonna risk it. Gonna try to get off the full party heal. See what happens. Hopefully he doesn't murder us. This kind of looks like it might be murdering me. Okay. Okay. Wait, that's fine. Maybe. Yeah, no, this was... this was not the ideal way to get into this fight. At all. I wonder if, I wonder if his affect all thing is still up. Even though he died. Yo, Vic, thank you very much for the 9 months. Okay. Maybe we just, restart this. And Billy is kind of slow. Yeah, let's actually go into the fight with some stuff. Edge. I'm guessing you can probably hear my son crying in the background. They're going to Grandma's house. They got to get dressed, and that's like the worst thing you could possibly ask a child to do. Is get dressed. How could you tell me to put my clothes on? You monster. Who cries going to Grandma's? My children. They cry for everything. It's very traumatic. Everything is very traumatic at our house. I only have 3 of these. I feel like I should just pop them. I can't hear anything over my own kids crying. Okay, that's fine. That works. Yo, how's it going, VR? Good to see you. And Seraphic, thank you for the gifted sub to Fado. I look forward to our discussion at the end of this game as to like where it lands, because all I've heard, like, more than anything, all I've heard from people is that this is one of, if not the best RPG of all time. But then everyone also says that it really falls off starting in Disc 2. So like, I'm curious how I'm going to feel about it once we get to the end of it. It's going to be an interesting conversation. I know what Omega Sol does. I can read. Ha! Sick. Ha! Sick. Hey. Disc 2 is the best disc? Okay, you're the only person I've heard say that. That is a new one. We had a whole discussion about the connection between this game and the other Xeno games on like one of the first episodes. And then people also like added to that in the comments. Long story short, they're connected, but you don't necessarily have to play them to understand them. It's pretty much the TLDR of it. Ow. They're connected in a way that you're only really gonna get anything out of if you try to. You know? Kind of like Chrono Trigger, Chrono Cross, although not as connected, but kind of like Chrono Trigger, Chrono Cross, where it's like you really have to look for it yourself to get anything out of it. But it's there. Also, there's a whole, like, rights thing, too, because the team that made Xenogears left Square Enix, Squaresoft, afterwards, so they, even though they wanted to make us, like, actual sequel, they couldn't. So it's, like, complicated that way as well. That's not true. There's like literal repeated characters, I believe. From what I heard. There's like literal characters from Xenogears in the other games. And of course, like, all these games were in the mind of the creator before they were even made. Like, he wanted to make a 6-game series, like, before this was even made. So, like, the connection was always there from the beginning. It just became complicated because they left. Dude, this guy is so fast. But my boy Satan is even faster. I should. New characters with the same name or appearance, that doesn't mean they are the same characters. I think you're kind of stretching. I think you're stretching because you want to be right, I'm gonna be honest. It's the same character with the same look, and it's from the same company, and it's called Xenosaga versus Xenogears. I think it's the same character. Is Chained Echoes on your list of games for the future? Yes, it is. We played it for a fan day a little while ago, and it was freaking amazing. I mean, I'll agree to disagree, but definitely sounds like you just don't want to be wrong. It's okay to be wrong. You can admit that you might be wrong about something or might not know everything about something. It happens. Is there a VOD of the fan day? Actually, there might be. Let's see. Sorry for all the noise, by the way. Yes, our first 2 hours of Chained Echoes is on Patreon. Not to shill the Patreon or anything, but that is on the Patreon. I cannot out-heal this dude's damage. Could be right. I don't really know much about it, but I just know what I've heard, and I think you're the first person I've heard that says they're not connected. Maybe there's like one other person that said they weren't connected a while ago, but from what I've heard, everyone says they're connected. Now, the degree to which they're connected, I think, is up for interpretation, but the creator wanted them to be connected. He wanted it to be a 6-game series, he just couldn't make it that way due to leaving the company and also being too ambitious for his own good. Well, if it's a cameo, then it's the same character, is it not? Isn't that what a cameo is? Isn't that what the word cameo means? It's all in the details. I mean, like I said, it's kind of a different situation. It's not something that we've really ever seen anywhere else. So, it's all up for interpretation. My problem is that you're saying everyone else is wrong. If you just said, I think they're separate characters, then that's one thing, but to say like you're right and everyone else is wrong seems a bit crazy, because it's kind of all up for interpretation. Like, what you're saying isn't necessarily like 100% incorrect, but it's not 100% confirmed correct either. No, I'm only going off of like what people have told me during this playthrough and like the comments. Like I said, I don't really know. But I have like 10 or 15 people over the course of this playthrough tell me that they're connected. And then you're saying like, well, they're not connected because they're separate games. And like, although that's not like, I see where you're coming from. I'm not gonna literally say you're right and everyone else I've heard is wrong just off of you saying it. I can agree to disagree, but I'm not gonna throw away what everyone else has said immediately. Well, you said that the interview quote was like, he said there's cameos, but a cameo means it's the same character. Also, I really don't care. I truly just want to play Xenogears. I really don't care, to be honest with you. I'm just trying to have a conversation without people getting mad. I truly don't care. Stop, he's already dead. I am absolutely losing sleep. It is an interesting conversation though, because like you have a game that, like, you have Xenogears, right? And then how do you pronounce his name again? I don't want to pronounce it wrong. Takahashi, right? Takahashi leaves, right? And then he makes Xenosaga. Like, let's just say that. Like, let's just, for the sake of making it more simple, let's just say Xenogears happens, and then Takahashi leaves, and then he makes Xenogears, right? Or, sorry, Xenosaga, right? For the sake of argument, let's just say Xenoblade doesn't exist. So you have Xenogears, and you have Xenosaga, right? And Xenogears is made under Squaresoft, and Xenosaga is made under Takahashi's own company, right? If Takahashi originally had the idea of a 4-game series, you know, like let's just say for the sake of argument, I know this isn't how it is. Let's just say for the sake of argument, Xenogears is basically Xenosaga 1, right? And then Xenosaga 2, 3, and 4 happen afterwards, but because it's separate, he just calls it Xenosaga 1, 2, and 3, right? So Xenogears is basically Xenosaga 0, for all intents and purposes, right? I could see the argument on both sides as to whether or not those games are technically connected. Because, like, obviously in his mind, when he created the story, they were connected. And, you know, for him, I'm sure they're connected. But for us, it's like, I could see both arguments. I could see saying, like, you know, legally they couldn't make any of the characters the same, so even if you have a character in the game that looks like that character and maybe just has a slightly different name, or has the same name but looks slightly different because of legal reasons, you know, is that the same character? You can either, you know, stretch the imagination and be like, yes, it's the same character, it's just legal garbage. Or you could say, like, technically, no, not the same character. Like, you know, we can only go by what's in the game, and in the game, it's not the same character. So, like, I could see both arguments, 100%. But see, from my point of view, both sides are right. That's why I don't want to say either side is wrong. I don't want to say people are wrong. I think it's more of an opinion thing. I think it's more of a, like, your own headcanon, you decide whether or not they're the same character or not. I don't see the argument being either side is wrong. See what I'm saying? You know, regardless of what Takahashi has said in interviews, I think it's really up to you, the person playing the game, to decide whether or not you think it's the same as that character or not. Because it's all legal stuff, you know. I feel like a lot of what I've heard from comments and stuff is people saying the story was in his head before he even made Xenogears. So yes, it's all one story, regardless of how it came out, regardless of the names of the games, regardless of the names of the characters, regardless of the legal jargon. It is all one story that he came up with before he ever wrote any of the games, you know? That's what I've heard, so... Oh, I didn't use my items. I'm knee-deep in this conversation. Don't you think that, like, that was kind of the idea, though, from the start, was to go pretty different with the Xenosaga story and have it only be slightly connected? Like, I feel like that was part of the plan. Maybe not. You know, you could just jump in your gear and, like, smash us. I guess you don't need to, though. Maybe I will use an Omega Soul here. Just because I need... Oh, wait. Oh, wait. Blind. Oh, this is... I thought I had some Omega Souls. I wish you could see... Like, when you do this, you can't see how much EP they have. It's kind of lame. You have to be the character to see how much they have. Did that just say 0? Yeah, it'll be interesting to talk about when I have more of an understanding of it, but I do still think, just because of the reality of the situation, I think it's always going to be kind of a up in the air thing. I think it's always going to be something where it's kind of up to interpretation. See, I kind of go about that a bit differently, though, than some people. Some people live and die by the developer. Like, they'll hear an interview from one of the developers, and they'll say something, and they will just 100% be like, that's the canon now. And see, I don't look at it like that. I think that a game exists in its own, like, reality. A game on its own, the way that you play it and the way that you experience it is like your own experience. And you can, like, develop your own understanding of the game. Now, that doesn't mean you can, like, you know, just ignore everything that everyone else says or anything, but, like, my point is, a game can exist in its own world and have its own identity and not just be the product of one person's brain. So, like, if the developer says, I intended for this to be this, it doesn't just automatically mean it has to be that and there's no other possibility. You know what I mean? Now, maybe if the main scenario writer is saying something, then, you know, that holds a lot of weight, but... It's always frustrated me when people will completely disregard something just because of, like, one thing that was said offhand in an interview one time. Just like, no. I'm not just gonna, like, erase everything I know about a game because a developer was randomly just like... It goes back to, like, even, like, you know, the big thing with, like, Dumbledore and the whole thing with him, you know? It's like, you know, that 100% sounds like something that could have just been made up post. And I don't think I need to, like, change my whole thought process or opinion of every Harry Potter book I've ever read just because the author later decided this one detail. Not that that detail really makes much of a difference, but you know what I mean? Imagine if it did, you know? Imagine if Harry Potter was written and then 10 years later, the author comes out and is like, actually, Harry Potter was Ron the entire time. And, you know, is everyone really gonna, like, go with that? Or does Harry Potter kind of exist in its own reality that you can come to your own conclusions? Even though that is the author. You know? But yeah. Yeah, I firmly believe that when something is released, it kind of, like, becomes its own thing, and it's no longer just a product of the people who made it. It is, you know, this kind of sounds cringe, but it's kind of alive in its own way, you know? It continues to grow in its own way and becomes its own thing. Sorry about those ads, by the way. Super combo. I'm wondering if I should throw up a defense buff for that. That's not very nice. Oh, he lived. The thing is, Satan has the most health, so I feel like I should give someone else the defense buff, but, like, it is kinda picking on Satan, so... As soon as I say that. He attacks literally everyone else. There's the big attack. Oh, he double attacked. Oh, that was just enough to kill him. Well, that's interesting. I haven't heard anything about them contradicting. really light heals so much. Let's go, Billy. I think I'm good on my end. I was going to drop. Yeah, man, no Rebirth spoilers, but there are so many different ways to play, like so many different ways you can do pretty much everything in Rebirth. It's pretty amazing. The amount of build diversity is truly awesome. How's it going, heroes? I'm sure you'd have a lot to say about this conversation we're currently having. Wondering if I should throw down a combo, but I only have 5. I only have 10. I don't know how close he is to dead. I think I am going to throw down a combo. I have a feeling this guy doesn't have a lot of health. Talking about how connected this game is to the other Xeno games, to what degree they're connected. Also going Minamoto. Hope you had a good week. What did I say about him not having much health? Remember when I said that? Yo, Zoo, thank you for the 84, my man. Thank you very, very much, dude. It's been 84 months.
Yeah.
84 months of Zoloff and we're all still alive. Can you believe it? I think we all deserve a cookie for that. We did it. So, is that boss a bit of a gate boss? Because, like, he was pretty tough. He was pretty tough. There's been a lot of comments of people saying like, "Oh, Death, you better start grinding because you're gonna have trouble." And I've been like, you know, I haven't had trouble up to this point, so you know me, you know how I play. I always just go until I hit trouble so that the game can be as interesting as possible. But I've been hearing people saying like, "Oh, you're gonna..." So I'm wondering if that was kind of what they were looking for. Still got through it though. Seemed like a lot of people thought I was gonna have a lot of struggles on Red Rum too, but you're strong, huh? Oh wait, it was more like, you're strong, huh? You? Now's our chance. Get back to the Krellian. Or to Krellian. I got him. Hurry, go after them. That voice. Wise man. Go, everyone, hurry. What the... A little early, isn't it? I see, it was that woman. Fine, you will do fine as my toy for today. John Wiseman. Huh? Oh no. Ah ha he ah ha ha ha. Wow, just in time. The man and wise man. They're really fighting it out. The ether power reaches all the way up here. No one knows what you're talking about, Billy. Should I heal? I need to buy some more items when I get out of this predicament. Nobody cares, Billy. So we are too late. Zatan, so what happens now that Krellian took the child? What is a nanomachine anyway? Heck if I know, Billy. Nanomachines are robots that are smaller than human cells. They are used to cure diseases or wounds in Solaris. She may be a colony of nanomachines made by an ancient but advanced technology. Even if it's only for the people of Solaris, what's wrong with making people happy? I am worried about what Bishop Stone mentioned. He said he needed her to free humanity from its yoke. Yeah, that never sounds good. Perhaps some ancient information on human reconstruction is hidden inside of her body. Demi-humans, such as Rico and Hammer, were born from the results of the messing around with DNA. That was done by ancient Solaris in the hopes that it would bring about the restoration of mankind. Wait, that's kind of wild. Wait, that's like really wild. If Krellian is thinking of trying the same thing with improved nanotechnology, that would be frightening. I mean, like I said, I hate to fence sit for this, but I genuinely think that when you have a developer that gets removed from a company and then they create a series very similar to the series they made before they left the company, it really is kind of just up to interpretation at that point. Like, regardless of what he says and regardless of what everyone else says, like, I genuinely think it's more of a you got to play it for yourself and come up to your own conclusions kind of thing. I don't really think there is one right answer. Just personally. I mean, you know. Like, it's just one of those things where it's like a little too complicated to have a right or wrong answer. I know that's kind of fence-sitting, but I also haven't experienced it all yet, so I kind of have to fence-sit until I experience it all myself, but yeah, I don't know, it just seems like the kind of situation where it's like you kind of have to come up with your own conclusions. There's no wrong or right answer. I can go anytime. Seems Faye isn't in the infirmary, but he must be on board somewhere. Oh my god. Time for more hide and seek on the ship. Woohoo! Our favorite. I hope disc 2 is all hide and seek on the ship. I hope that's all you do the entire disc. That's why people are saying it's the best disc. Okay. Saying it's only for legal reasons ignores all the lore reasons they don't line up. That's not true. The lore reasons changed because of the legal reasons. That's the point. Is that the lore couldn't be what he wanted it to be. Faye, are you trying to cook your gear again? Faye? Doc. Faye, feeling better already? Yeah, probably. What are you doing riding a gear when you're only just recovering? I don't know what I'm doing here myself. I don't have a clear head yet. Faye, you should not be moving around yet. Alcon shell located straight ahead. Prepare gears for launch. Oh, right back into the action. It never ends. What in tarnation is that? Seems like they're watching us. I mean, don't you think that Takahashi saying, I started from scratch, is just him covering himself legally, and he may have not actually meant that? like if you leave the company, and then you say, and then like the interviewers ask you, hey, are you copying from the game that you left the company for? Don't you think he's gonna say no, regardless of what he actually thinks? To cover himself legally? I must go! My people need me! You are in no condition to participate. Let us take care of this. Looks like it's time to settle the score, but Faye should be resting. Yes, I shall take Faye to the infirmary. Billy, please take care of the rest of things. Billy, just take care of all of our problems. Just kill them all for me. So I can't use Satan or... that's gonna be a yikes. Do I bring Rico or Bard? I guess I'll bring Bard.